You know what is crazy? Most of us open our browser every day, but somehow browsing the internet still feels stressful. Too many tabs open, too many AI tools, too many extensions, and every website feels like it's tracking everything you do. At this point, your browser is not helping you work. It's just another thing you have to manage. So what is even crazier is that browsers have barely evolved, even though almost everything we do now happens online. So I tried switching to this new AI browser called Neo browser, which is the first AI native browser. And for the first time, it actually feels like browser was helping me instead of slowing me down. It organizes your workflow, helps you with AI beside any page, and even protect your privacy automatically while you browse. And the fact that it's built by Neo team makes a lot more sense once you see what it can actually do. Most people don't realize how exposed they are on public Wi-Fi. And that is why I actually like this feature in Neo browser. It has a built-in VPN. Normally, you need a separate app or extension for this, but Neo already has it built directly into your browser, and it's powered by Norton VPN with a strict no-log policy. So whether I'm on the public Wi-Fi, at a cafe, traveling abroad, or logging into sensitive sites, at the top right of the Neo browser, click here, set the location, toggle it on, and browse more securely without thinking about it. Neo browser is free to use. Download it. Go to the Neo website and click download Norton Neo, and I'll leave the link in the description of this video. Now, if you ever wonder why ads seems to follow you everywhere online, even without cookies, it's because website can still track your device even without cookies. They use hidden signals like your screen size, your font, your GPU, browser setting, and other data to build a unique fingerprint of your device. But Neo has its anti-fingerprinting protection, and it's already active across every website by default. So you don't need extra extensions or complicated setup. If you come down here to settings and click on security, at the bottom you see anti-fingerprint. Once this is active, it's quietly blocking and randomize those signals in the background, making it much harder for websites to track you while you browse. If you haven't still subscribed to this channel, you are missing a lot of value. So subscribe, like, and comment. Another thing that is becoming a real problem online is phishing emails. Scam messages are getting so convincing now that a lot of them look almost identical to real emails from credible companies or login platforms. What I like about Neo is if you come down here to settings, you can see that it has email phishing protection, and this feature can actually detect suspicious email directly inside Gmail and warn you before you click something dangerous. So it's one of those features you may not think about every day, but when you are handling sensitive account or important emails, having that extra layer of protection built directly into the browser feels genuinely useful. And another features I've been using a lot is the article summary tools. Most of the time when you open an article online, you only really need the key information, not 10 minutes of scrolling through fillers content. With Neo, it can just open an article, click on the Neo chart, ask it to summarize, and instantly get a clean summary right beside page, plus the actual sources that it's pulled the information from. So instead of copying link to separate AI tools or opening 10 different tabs, everything happens directly inside the browser. It makes researching or learning online way less overwhelming. This next feature is one of those things that sounds small until you actually use it. Normally, you are researching online, you end up opening loads of tabs just to check what is inside each link. But with Neo Speaker, summarize feature on the search result, it can just hover over any link instantly, preview or summarize the page without even opening the page. It saves a lot of time, it keeps my workspace cleaner, and honestly makes the browser feel a lot less chaotic. On top of that, Neo has its feature called Magic Box, and it makes browsers feel much more natural. Instead of switching between search engines, AI tools, and different tabs, everything happens from one place. It can use classic mode for normal search, hybrid for AI, assistant result, or a smart mode when I want Neo to understand what I'm trying to do before I even finish typing. It feels less like using a search bar and more like having an intelligent assistant built directly into the browser. So change the magic box settings, click settings AI mode, and switch between the option. Another feature that is surprisingly useful is split view. Let's say I want to compare restaurant in London and restaurant in Manchester, and I have two search result options. I will just write on one and click add tab to Neo split view. Right on the other and add it to the right. So you can keep two pages side by side inside the same browser's window, which makes comparing information, taking notes, or multitasking feel much cleaner. And what's even better is that Neo AI can actually preferences both pages at the same time. Speaking of keeping things organized, Neo vertical tabs are genuinely helpful if you are someone who always has too many tabs open. Instead of cramming everything across the top of your screen where you can barely read anything, just open settings and toggle the vertical tabs. Neo stacks them vertically, so it's much easier to see, group, and manage your workplace. And also that you can drag and pin tabs however you want. And sidebar can auto hide when you need to focus. So the whole browser experience feels cleaner and less distracting. And since most of us write online all day, Neo also has a built-in typing assistant that works directly inside the browser, even in places like Google Docs. So whether I'm replying to emails, writing content, or posting online, or work on document, it helps improve the tone and clarity without making everything sound robotic or changing my writing style. What I like most is that I don't have to keep switching to separate AI tools because it's already there, music built into the browser experience itself, and to make everything feel more connected. Neo also has a clean sidebar that keeps your chat, history tools, and save workflows in one place. And finally, never has this feature called Neo feed. When you open a new tab and scroll down, it takes you straight to the feed. There is a personal feed based on your interests, general feed for trending topics, and you can even create custom feeds around specific things you care about and just how often they update it. So instead of constantly jumping between websites trying to stay informed, Neo brings everything in one place and make them whole experience feel more focused and less overwhelming. I think what makes it different is not just the AI features, it's the fact that the whole browser feels calmer, smarter, and more secure to use every day. You can try it out for free. I'll leave the link in the description of this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you are missing on a lot of value. So subscribe, like, and share this video to someone you like. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.